Japanese culture, that's not a bad thing. I say that in these days. But anyway, as you heard, my name is Masami Hanabusa, and I am the matchmaker. From the get-go, I've always respected both Ed and Romana for who they were, and most of all, their love and devotion to their family and friends. There's no question that these two should be together. And it is not surprising, given their love and devotion to each of you, that all of you would come all the way across the Pacific, halfway across the Pacific, to this beautiful small island and share this special moment in their lives. I don't know why I was chosen to be the matchmaker, but it is truly an interesting journey and one I'd like to share with you. Ed and I work in the real estate industry. It is said that location, location, and location is key. Given that, it is astounding that you two have not met each other sooner. We've all heard the story. They lived in 4 different places near each other. There was one, Simi Valley, Newport Beach, Marina Del Rey, and the 4th location, Tuba Street in Chatsworth. Now, Tuba Street is where Ed's grandmother lived and where Ed frequently visited to play, run, bike up and down the street. Tuba Street was the very street that Romana would later come to live. Tuba Street was where Ed's grandmother's home can be literally seen from Romana's home. Ed and Romana, they were like 2 beautiful bright stars, literally orbiting the skies in similar orbits, yet never quite meeting. So how did we get to where we are today? It all came together at the gathering at Rajiva and Musarat's home on Tuba Street. I was sitting at the other end of the table about 7 to 10 feet away, but within earshot of Romana having a discussion with 2 older women friends of mine. And you know how older women, they're curious. So the gist of the conversation was, so, are you seeing anyone? Why aren't you seeing anyone? Romana went on to describe, no, I'm not dating anyone. And she was okay with it. Blah, 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 and on and on. And I got to thinking, do I know anyone? The search within my database started. My brain spinning in full search mode. And boom, Simi Valley popped up. And what? I didn't know. Why Simi Valley? Then, love and devotion to family and friends popped up. Again, what does this mean? And then I call it the moment happened. Ed Pasquale. His name, and the only name that popped up in my mind. And at that moment, and I mean this seriously, the world slowed for me. It became quiet. Wow, I'm starting to shake. The world, sorry, look at this here. Shake for whatever reason. The world got quiet. And I looked over to Romana, and for whatever reason, she was looking at me. And she had this expression like, hey, Sami, he's come to some revelation now. So, I smiled, and I looked, and I smiled, no words were ever passed between us. And Romana went back to her conversation with the women. Oh, I don't need a man in my life, blah, blah, blah. Little did she know that from that moment was the first step on the road to this day today. And as a side note, amazingly, many months later, I told Romana about the moment. And I began the story, and yet she finished my story. She told me where I sat, what was going on. She didn't know what I had thought at that moment, but she knew of the moment. That night, on the way home, I asked Shinko, my wife, what she thought of the idea. And anyone who knows my wife would know how excited she is. Oh, that was great! We got to do that! next morning, I move fast. I don't play around. I move fast. The next morning, I went to Ed's office. I mentioned, I know a wonderful woman. Told him what I knew about Romana and asked if he was willing to go on a date with her, a blind date with her. But I told Ed there were several conditions. One, I told Ed, you need to understand, this is the stepdaughter of my good friend Rajiva. My good friend of 40 years. If I introduce you, you need to be respectful. And if you don't like her, you need to let her know, and you need to move on. Did I not? No Mr. Play Girl with this girl, okay? So condition 2, I told Ed that I would need to talk with her mother to get her blessing, and finally, obviously, Romana had to agree. So Ed, being the great guy he is, looked me in the eye, told me I had his word, and we shook hands. And I don't think there's any better way than to marry the girl. So, again, me moving fast, that evening, I called Masarat, and we discussed at length Ed, Romana, the interesting similarities in their lives, and if she would be okay with Ed asking Romana for a date. Masarat said she would talk to Romana, and the rest is history. Everyone thanks me as the matchmaker, for being the matchmaker. And I do want to acknowledge there is really one other person in this room, and it's Masarat. I don't want you to get the impression that Masarat and I talked a lot behind the scenes, inspired and manipulated these two, because we really didn't. From day one, we both shared the same opinion. And that was it's best to make the introduction, let the two figure it out, and for the most part, we tried to stay away. Did we not?
We did.
Okay. There was really only one time where Masarat and I intervened, when we thought the relationship was floundering, and we both agreed that I would talk with Ed, Masarat with Romana, encourage them to take the next step. To believe in the relationship, to take a chance, and to move forward. After that one-time discussion, the relationship with Ed and Romana stabilized, grew in love, and brought us to this day. Masarat, we did it! Why did it take so long, though? We've been waiting, right? Sorry. In closing, I have to say, getting these two together is probably in my top 10 things I'm happy to have done in my life. Watching the love between you two grow, seeing an inner happiness within you both that only comes from having someone who loves you and you loving them, has been like watching a Disney fairy tale unfold before me. And alas, the toast. Will you all join me in raising your glasses? And let's toast to this wonderful couple and wish, in true Disney fashion, that they live happily ever after. In Hawaiian, Ole Maluna.
Ole Maluna.
Ole Maluna.
A round of applause for Masami Hanabusa, our matchmaker tonight. By the way,